How's it going, everybody, and welcome back. We're out here again today with the 96 Jeep Cherokee XJ, and it's been a pretty fun project so far, resurrecting this old truck from a blown engine, two-wheel drive, no interior, junk shell, to a nice running, driving four-wheel drive truck. And last year we put a 3-inch lift kit on it, and today it's ready for its next step in its evolution. So I'm not entirely sure when I got these wheels and tires. Maybe it was 2 years ago or last summer. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that these originally came off of a Wrangler, if I'm not mistaken. They're a 5-on 4.5 bolt pattern, so whatever year that was. Rob, I believe, found these for me on Marketplace. Had a really good deal on them. They're decent tread on the tires, and I like the styling of the wheels. But once we put the lift kit on it, they are a little tiny looking. So once again, Rob's spidey senses were tingling. He found another sweet deal on wheels and tires on Facebook Marketplace that are the same pattern and everything for the Jeep. So he bought them and I bought them off of him. I think it's going to make the Jeep look a lot cooler. Definitely fill up the wheel wells a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and balance them. You guys haven't seen my balancer and stuff yet. So we'll go ahead and balance them, stick them on the Jeep, and see what it looks like. Unfortunately, we've got Swamp Lake going on out here, so I'm not going to be able to take the Jeep out and do much with it because it's so muddy. Sorry for the cramped quarters today. It's super flooded and wet outside. You saw that earlier. But again, that's what it looks like with its, I don't know, factory. I guess they're kind of factory wheels since they're Jeep wheels. And here's the new ones. Basically the same. Well, not basically. They are the same exact wheels. So I really like the way that these wheels look. I like the style of them. I think they look great on the XJ. And these just happen to have some super sweet tires. These are 31 by 10.5s. I don't know. Hopefully they'll fit under the Jeep without rubbing the wheel wells. I guess we'll find out. Great tread. They're basically like brand new tires. BF Goodrich rugged terrains. So I think that these are kind of like in between of the all-terrains and the mud terrains. I think that they got a really, really nice pattern on them. So should be really cool. Hopefully they'll fit in the Jeep and they won't rub on anything. But we'll have to see. I got that tire machine and balancer when I picked up the lift, which is under there, or over there, under that pile of stuff. And things have kind of been a wreck because I've been trying to find a company to come out here and do the concrete work to install the lift. Well, they're coming tomorrow. So tomorrow they're going to be cutting out the floor, pouring deeper pads so that the lift can be installed. You got to wait 30 days or something like that after they pour the concrete, in order for it to cure up enough for the lift to be installed. But we're on the way. So I haven't had a chance to use the balancer and the tire machine a ton, so I'm still kind of new to it. But let's go give it a shot on these Jeep tires. So here's the tire. I cleaned it up a little bit. I had to 3D print some spacers for this, so I don't know if the guy that I bought this off of, because it was used, kept some of the spacers. But you have these different cones. The cones fit inside and basically locate on this center part here. And so you just put it on like so. There you go. Now this interior part is on a spring. Springs in and out, so it gets basically wound down on a big nut. The flange gets, seated against this other flange here. That holds it true. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. So go ahead and stick this thing on. You can see right here, this is that little cone-shaped collar. It's got this outside like spacer or whatever. It just kind of enlarges this area here so that it can hold up against the outside of the wheel. Slide that on. It's got like a kind of a quick release thread deal so you can get it on there quick. Spin around. Make sure it's seated. Make sure, sometimes they can be offset a little bit or not perfectly even. So snug her down. There we go. It's riding true. Let's fire it up. All right, I'm going to have to do the hand cam here because I can't get this thing to focus very well. So that says 8 right now. That's A. Here are the controls to set up the machine. And then you have some options and whatnot down here for the different weight placements for aluminum wheels. So A, right there, is the distance to the inside lip here with this gauge. So if we move the the little gauge right there. You can see right here, it says 8. So on A, actually it's, oops, there we go, it says 8. There we are. Now we use these big tong things. So get the tongs, we put them on the inside lip and the outside lip here. Measure it right above the bead there. And this one says 8.5. So I don't think that you could really see it from your vantage point, but 8.5. Now D, which is the third one, that's the rim size. So 15 inch, and just hit go. There we go. So it says on the inside, we need 1 ounce, and on the outside, 1 3/4 ounces. Now, these things still had the weights on it from, when I picked them up, whatever. So I didn't really even take any weights off. But here you can see these LEDs up and down. Whenever they go in the center, like that, like this is the inside. So this side of the wheel, that's the outside, obviously. So whenever they're lined up, just like that, it means the center of this spindle down here up to this. So right there on this outside edge, you probably can't see very well because there's not very good light over here. But there we go. We need 1 ounce of weight right there on this outside or inside. All right, I have a 3/4 ounce weight for aluminum wheels. They are different for steel wheels like these, or for steel wheels. You can see that the crimp area is a little bit different, and depending on what type of lip each one of the wheels has, will have a different shape to the weight. So I don't have a big selection of weights right now, but anyways, it means that this weight has to go right there. There we are. That's only a 3/4 ounce weight. So I do have some sticky weights. Like these right here. These are 1/4 ounce individual self-adhesive weights. So we'll just grab one. It's got to go right on the inside. This isn't necessarily the right way to do it because you're supposed to use the same weights, but I don't really have any other ones right now. So we're just going to stick it on the inside. I did clean it with acetone ahead of time, so we shouldn't have any problem with it sticking. So there we go. It's right on the money, right on the center. And then we need 175 on the outside. There we go. Now the focus is working better. So let's see how we did. Quarter ounce on this outside. So we're just going to go ahead and stick it on the inside. All right. Yahtzee. Zeros. So she's good and balanced. So anyway, I'll do the other 3, and that'll be it. I guess one thing we could do for fun is measure the wheel arch here and see just how high this is. 33.5. So 33.5. So we'll see how much it raises it up. I don't even know what size tires these things are. They're a little bit low. So it looks like it's about 27.5, so it's probably 28. What did I say? Those were 31s, so I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll do the back too. Basically 34. So 33.5 in the front and 34 in the back. So let's go ahead and get to it. Yeah, let's take a look side by side. Quite a bit bigger. So it should look nice. Well, I'm really hoping that these don't rub. So it might be one of those deals where my lift kit looked like I had too small of tires on it. Now the tires will look like I got too small a lift kit on it. They definitely look beefier, that's for sure. So yeah, nice looking wheels and tires. They're big. They're definitely the right size for the Jeep. Hopefully it doesn't rub. I'm a little bit worried. But anyways, I'm going to knock out the other 3 tires. We'll sit it down, see how it looks. All right, how does it look? You've actually seen it more than I have now. Oh, she's looking beefy. Oh, yeah. This thing looks like it's meant to be the perfect height. So, yeah, man, this thing's looking mean. Hopefully, we don't have any clearance issues. I don't think we are. It looks pretty good. I can't do anything tonight. You saw the way that everything was out there. It's a total swampy mess. But tomorrow, man, it looks big. Let's see how much height we gained. So what would it be? 1.5 inches on each side or something like that? So this is 33.5. This is what we measured it. Oh man, 35. Nice. And 36. What do we say? Yeah. So 2 inches in the back, 1.5 inches in the front. Right? Yeah. Maybe a little bit more, 1/4 inch, something like that. So yeah, 1.5 inches in the front, 2 in the rear. Man, she's looking beefy. Look at that thing. Looks awesome. So I don't know if this is really the right way to go about thinking about this thing or whatever, but I did buy the 3-inch kit. Actually, it was the leveling kit, which is kind of a waste. So on a side note, if you're already looking at getting one of these, smaller lift kits, like the rough country one, like what I've got, they offer it in a full 3-inch kit and a leveling kit, which is supposed to raise the front and, level the whole truck out. It doesn't do that at all. It still sits high in the back. So if you're already going to buy a lift, just go ahead and get the 3-inch full kit, 3-inch front, 3-inch back, because I think that will actually level it out. Because it doesn't, this 2.5 in the front hasn't leveled my Jeep out. And I've had a year of drive time on this rear, spring setup. So it's settled all that it's going to settle. So whatever, rough country needs to get their stuff together because it's not a leveling kit. Also, if you're looking at buying one of these, they do offer it in the full rear leaf kit and an add-a-leaf. Don't even waste your time with the add-a-leaf, because if you're looking at getting some lift on your truck already, it's probably because your factory leafs are totally wiped out, which is generally the case on most old vehicles. It was even like that on the old Dodge. I had to get new leaf springs for that. So if your leafs are already sagging and low, don't even waste your time with the add-a-leaf. You're just throwing your money away. So go ahead and get the full leaf kit. It's more money, but you'll be happier down the road. So anyway, that's it. If we put a 3-inch kit on the back, and 2.5 in the front, and then these tires gave us another 1.5 inch lift, it's like a 4.5-inch lift. So pretty cool. I don't know if that's the right way to think about it or not. And there we go. Would you check it out? The thing looks pretty awesome. It's the next day. Everything is still super muddy, but check that thing out. Looks great. I did take it for a cruise a little bit earlier today, and it does need an alignment really bad, so I didn't really want to drive it too much more. With basically new tires on it, or pretty nice new tires on it. Go figure, I put an entire 4-wheel drive front assembly in it and turned it from a 2-wheel drive to a 4-wheel drive. Never had it aligned, but those old tires that I had on it before were pretty worn out and whatnot. But yeah, so it definitely needs an alignment now. I'm not really interested in taking the Jeep out and doing a whole bunch of stuff right away, because it still needs the fender liners put in it and a bunch of other little odds and ends. But yeah, you can see it's already sinking into the ground. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. I think that the Jeep turned out awesome. Just wheels and tires, nothing super fancy, but got to play with the balancer and show you guys that. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It might not be a big deal to you guys, but it really does help the channel out a ton. So if you like the content, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to. There's a whole playlist on this Jeep from me getting it as a $200, just busted shell on the back of a trailer that I bought. So if you want to watch that playlist of the whole build, it's up there in the corner. Check that out. And there's some other cool videos on the channel too. Again, I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot. I'll catch you on the next one.